Hello all, welcome back. Today we are going to do a demo on Azure region pairs. By creating two app services in two different regions, part of the region pair, and we'll also see a quick demo on how we use Azure front door to load balance and ensure that if one of the app service is down, the front door redirects us to the other app service which is available. So without further ado, let's open portal.azure.com. So let's go to search all resources and services. We'll select app services. So app service is nothing like a website for those who really do not know what's an app service. I'll quickly add a new app service. We'll create a new resource group. So whenever we create a resource group, all the resources go inside that group. It's like a logical container and provides logical isolation as well. So let's give the name of our website, maybe Azure. Okay. So it's we'll publish the code and we'll select a runtime stack ASP.NET version 4.7. We'll create it in the East US region. And if you remember, the region pair of East US is West US. Okay. So for every app service, we have to create an app service plan. So at the moment, focus only on the region pair concept, and we will be doing a detailed understanding of the app service and the plan shortly in the next videos. So this is going to create a new app service plan, and we'll change it to a basic SKU so that the price is low. We'll go to the dev test and we'll select the free SKU F1. Next, monitoring. I will not enable application insights. Leave the tags as empty and I'll click on create. So while this is ongoing, let's go back to the app services. We'll create another app service in the same resource group. Region pair demo. We'll give ACE Azure 1. And runtime will select the same. And if you remember, the region pair of East US is West US, so I'm going to keep it in the West US region. Okay, and I'll again give the free pricing tier. And this one is the app service plan in the West US region. So I'm going to select no application insights and review and create. Validation successful. I'm going to click on create. So I've created two app services, one each in East US and West US region. So I'll fast forward the video when the app service is complete. Alright, so the resources are now installed successfully. I'll go to the resource. We have ACE Azure 1, which is running in the West US region, and we have ACE Azure, which is running in the East US region. I should ideally get two services. I think it's not refreshed. Yes. So we are having two services, ACE Azure and ACE Azure 1. In order to basically test the region pair scenario, I'll create a concept called a front door, which is going to basically load balance. It is a Microsoft's highly available and scalable web application acceleration platform, and it's a global HTTP load balancer. So I'm going to create a front door. I'll keep it in the same resource group. So the step number one is by adding the front end host. So I'm going to add the front end host for ACE Azure main prod. Okay. So I'm going to leave the others as default. Now we'll be adding the backend pools. So what we'll do is give it a name, backend pool, and have to add the hosts. So we have two hosts, Azure, which is on port 80 and 443. I'm going to add it, and similarly we are going to add another host, which is the Azure 1 website. We'll leave the others as default and click on add. Next step after adding the backend pool is adding the routing rules. So this would be the routing rule. So it's going to basically match all the paths. For example, you can set this to user slash to accept all the requests on the URL user slash. So I'm keeping the default slash star, and it's going to forward it to the backend pool. Okay, so once this particular configuration is complete, we can either add the tags or click on review create. Let's create it. So let's give it a few minutes and I will fast forward the video. Okay, so the resource deployment is complete. I'll go to the resource and we can see here that this is the front-end host. If I click on this particular URL, at this moment you will get a 404 because it takes a little time for the provisioning to complete, or maybe a 10 to 15 minutes of time. So we will pause the video and we'll be refreshing it back after some time. So now let's try and hit the front-end host URL. So if you see here, it's now redirecting us to the app service URL and no more to the 404 page because the provisioning of the front door is now complete. Now, really, if you want to test the region pair scenario, one of the regions should go down, which is ideally not possible to simulate. So one way to do is go and shut down one of the app services. Let us say that we shut down the Azure 1 service. If we click on this URL, it's going to say that the service is unavailable. But if we hit the production front door URL, then it is still giving us the service because it's now serving the request from one of the regions. Okay, so let us also shut down this service as well. And if you see that this service is also unavailable, Azure 1 is also unavailable. So when we redirect to the front door this time, we can see that the web app is stopped. So let's start this one of the web services, and if you hit the front door, it will start serving the request from the available app service. So you must be wondering why is it significant to keep these app services in region pairs? What if you keep it in the same region? So if we keep it in the same region, then it cannot withstand any natural disasters or broad scale outages. But if it is in a region pair, the way Azure has designed its architecture, that at a given point of time, one region pair is always up and running. So your front door is going to redirect to the available region. Hence, it is important to understand based on the criticality of your app service, either you want to choose different regions or you want to use it with other availability options. So with this, I'll close this particular demo. Here we have learned creating app services as well as creating a front door in order to redirect it to the available app service. If you have any feedback, please share it in the comments and subscribe to the channel for getting more updates. Stay tuned. Thank you so much.